Oh, I love biking. I don't know about you guys, but biking, I've been biking a lot recently. And riding my bike, it's just been so nice outside, so I mean, might as well do something outside, right? But today I want to talk about the things that I've learned over the past few months doing this documentary. And I know some of you guys are probably wondering, Andrew, you haven't really posted so many videos in the past few months. And it's because of just school and just being so busy and just trying to realize what I want to do with these videos, and just taking on this documentary has been a big, huge thing. It ended up being, wow, it's really loud. It's really loud. Let's take this somewhere else. So this documentary ended up being around 30 minutes long, talking about the chicken industry on Delmarva, and it turned out pretty good. There's a few things that I would change, but you know, it's better to be done than perfect and not be done at all. So I've been working on that for the entire semester, and that's been taking up a lot of time just doing the interviews. I think we had around 8 interviewees, I guess you call them. We had around 8 interviews, and then we had to shoot all the B-roll and everything for it. Those skills that I learned throughout the past 3 months really honed my skills in documentary and basically just video production in general. Now, for some of these interviews, we had an interview that was an hour and a half long. And you know, I told you guys how long the interview was, the whole documentary was. It was half an hour. So obviously we don't use that whole hour and a half long interview. So how do you get the information that you want out of the person you're interviewing? So within that hour and a half or however long the interview is, how do you get that information that you want to add and make the story with? So my tip is get to know who you're interviewing before you interview them. Hang out, go grab coffee, do something, get personal with them. You're trying to tell their story, and you want to develop a relationship with them so you can get all the facts and everything that has happened within that story and what goes on now past that story. So today in my class we had a speaker, Ellen Weiss. Today our documentary was actually due in its completed form. So this lady who joined us and was a guest speaker in our class was Ellen Weiss. And she was a documentarian. She works for Scripps. This is a company, and she told us about these tips that she's learned also during documentary, and a lot of the things that we learned were also the things that she's learned as well. So the things that she talked about was fact check. Make sure that the people that you're interviewing, when you find something that they say, fact check it to make sure that it's correct. And if it's not, try to bring up a point and say, like, is this what you meant? Or like try to find the real fact upon it, present it to the person that you're interviewing and say, hey, is this right? Is this correct? Do you have something to counter argue this fact? It's just something that goes along with doing this interview, because you go along doing these interviews and people have their biases, especially in this chicken industry documentary that we did. It's called Big Chicken. I'll be coming out with it very soon. It'll be online soon. But we got to screen it a few times before it goes online. All right, the last few things that I have to say on documentary is find something that you're curious about, find something that you're passionate about, and find a story and develop it about something that your generation, our generation, the millennial generation, doesn't really know or needs to know, because everybody has a different perspective and point of view on a certain story. There's so many stories out there on the chicken business even, but our perspective is different than others that have made these things before, and there's always a new perspective from a story that you can find. So that's my tips on making a documentary and things that I learned making this documentary. If you want to check out the documentary, eventually the link will be in the description. Also, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and anywhere else. Links are all in the description. Hope you guys have a great day. Go out, go create, and I'll see you guys next time.